go live. Alright, I think we are live? Maybe? Well, if we're not live, we're live now. Yes, we are. Let me just finish something up. Okay. Get him too. Alright, so Elite Dangerous, huh? It's been a bit. Been a while since I've actually played this game. Or even, well, cared. Let's go to Fleet Carriers. Gonna land. There it is. I'm surprised we actually have other carriers here. So I'm just gonna dock up, swap to my normal ship. I'm gonna go start killing people, because that's kind of what I want to do. Since this is definitely my last piece of content on this channel for Elite, unless something major happens. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Frontier's pretty much given up on Elite, which is their prerogative, but I'm not gonna waste my time. And there's just no one to go after, so, like, why am I here? That's kind of what I'm gonna do. Heading to here. I don't know, maybe a year from now I'll be back, because they'll do something amazing with the game. No. I don't know how good this balance of audio is. I presume it's okay. Quality doesn't seem good. Hold on. Let me go make sure I'm not doing something dumb. I don't stream. I make pre-recorded content for a reason. I presume it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. I presume it's... Sorry about that. Okay. Back to landing pad. Yeah. It's fine. Thank you, game. I think my settings still aren't right on this computer. Options. Shipyard. I mean, really, was there any doubt I'm going to take this ship? No matter what, I still love the Challenger, even if it's not the best ship for PvP or ganking. It's my favorite ship, and it works far better than it should, considering. Let me get something I can actually play on stream without getting sued by Sony again. I'm hoping that's okay. I don't know. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I don't do this kind of content. But I didn't want to make a video because I didn't have any footage I liked. But I didn't want to not put something out. Where do I want to go? I say as I type in where I'm going. Really? Or else? Body is a bit louder than I want. Yeah. Time. Let's change that a bit. That's better. At least better for me. Yeah. Meanwhile, let me go grab a copy pasta. Just perfect. I'll head on over and hopefully we'll find someone worth going after. Or at least a few people. Yeah, a lot of people see most of my content as stream sniping, when really it's not. I mean, I don't just go after people who broadcast. I go after anyone with a docking computer. And that works out well for me. Let's see, is this all set up properly? Yes, I think. So once we settle in and I feel like there's no one here, I'll just start talking about the game and what I'm doing. Some fuel. But yeah, unless Frontier does an actual major content update, I don't know what I'll ever come back to this game. Like, I did think about maybe just doing other stuff on the channel. I've done a few, like 76 on this channel. I did some old games on this channel. But that's... I think I have an Elden Ring stream or two and a WoW stream up here as well. But those are really just for specific reasons, and I don't really know I'd want to do that, because that's not Elite content. Like, my last video was a Hunt Showdown meme, and that was... I literally made it in like 5 minutes because of someone said it would be a funny idea, and I thought it was hilarious. I still do. Yeah. Also, yeah, I normally don't talk in my videos. This is probably the first video you'd be able to hear me talking in. There might be an old video somewhere where you might have heard me. but this is the first that it's like, yeah, this is intended for people to hear me. So, hello. I'll just sit up here. And I've been in the wrong game mode. No, I forgot something. Okay, let's try that again. How was I in solo? Probably because I wasn't paying attention. Do we have actual content? Have a commander. Docking computer. Easy peasy. Oh, buddy. Guns out. Let's go. I haven't flown in ages, so probably gonna get myself hurt here. Especially if I'm flying so poorly. I can afford to be chill. Yeah, this guy's literally just beelining. Is he all... Boop. Come on. Is he just logging out, or is he just... Oh. Hi. Now I gotta do a repull. It has a lot of hull. He might have actually used a decent build. Hi. Oh, buddy. Come in. Gotcha. Oop. Oh, please. Oh. There it goes. Unfortunate. Let me turn down the game music, because I don't really want to listen to it. Audio. There we go. That's what I want to listen to. I just want Arcanum just hanging out in the background. Might turn that up a little. Yeah. I will say this, that was probably one of the tankier gunships I've run across. Yeah, we're good at 60. Now where was I? Oh yeah, the game. No, the game's gone to hell. Just to put it bluntly. I don't. I don't know. I would like to think they care, but I saw that the last update video that they did that they had to play for everyone who logged in, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not good at editing. Um, but when I can spot your editing errors and reusing like assets repeatedly in the same shot, nah, you're doing it wrong. That doesn't scream to me that they care or that they're working on this game very particularly hard. The only thing I noticed they've been doing is arcs. So if you wanna, buy arcs, this is the game is still full of content if you're interested in just buying things. But I don't need to buy more ship skins. I don't need more gun skins for their awful ground combat system or their spacesuit skins. That's all ridiculous. They've been throwing a lot of this stuff out instead of actual updates. As far as I'm concerned, it's just not right. But whatever. I don't want to talk about too much about how the game's gone downhill, because honestly, that's just a bummer. That's depressing. I'd rather much talk about how I started the game and how I just the game in general and how it's changed. Like where we're at today is nothing from where we started, and there's a lot of good there. I'm trying to think, why did I start playing? I forget what CG it was. I think it was a Lu? The Lu? Luge? Lugh? It was that community goal. One of the early ones. And they had... I came across a video of this guy in a Type 7 evasion getting away from pirates using... avoiding interdictions. It was just evasion against them, and it was great. I thought it was one of the most amusing things I've ever seen, because I just thought it was funny. This guy's in a souped-up truck, just evading people trying to kill him. I think that's hilarious. And I said, you know what, I should maybe look into this game. And I did. And I didn't believe it was possible at the time. It's like, okay, so this is a game that isn't a monthly subscription, but you can play with other people. And it's a space. And it's a fully functional space simulation. And I started it. I played it for an hour, and I quit. I was like, no, this is too hard. And then I was like, you know what, I spent the money. I can't not try it again. And I learned how to fly. Relatively speaking. I still am a terrible pilot. But that's okay. Then I started watching Twitch streams. That was pretty fun. Who's this? Is that the guy I just killed? Do I want to kill him again? I don't know. Well, let's see if he has the computer on. And I'll get another copy pasta. Bum, 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 bum. I'm expecting he was at Abraham, I think it is. I think that's the respawn station. It is not. Ooh, there's two people here. Oh my goodness, is that Danish Viking? Who is this guy? I love his name. He doesn't even have a... Man. Oh, is this... How do you not know who Antol is? Ugh. Well, as you wish. I did ask you to remove it. Oh. I presumed you... Okay. So, the guy behind me is probably going to make a pull attempt. I think he had a dictor. I should be able to win that. I don't fight people if I don't have to. I'm not a PvP pilot. I'm not going to try and fight a prismatic Corvette in this ship. Sir, please. Where do you think you got sent? Still. So, I'll trust you to do so this time. I don't know why I felt like I need to do that. I could just kill him. I'm watching you, Commander. Ugh. Soft. I'm going at getting soft in my old age. Who's the other guy? We got all these ships here. Who's the other guy? Doc? If they're teamed together, I can't deal with that. As much as I'd like to. I would need a bigger ship. Oh, should I bring the cutter? No, because if I bring the cutter, they're just gonna run. Because that's what everyone does. Oh well. Oh, would it be? At least for now. Like, the most important part about being a ganker, I guess, because that's what I am to an extent anyway, is knowing what you can do and knowing what you can't. Like, if it was just what the vet or the cutter, I could handle maybe one of them, or at the very least, make it close and get away reasonably. See how that works. Who's the guy behind me? Was it the vet? Please. I always have to see who I'm going up against. Because on one hand, I'd totally pull me if I was him. Where was I? Honestly, I'm surprised there's this many people active in Seoul today. I wasn't expecting it. I was honestly expecting a pretty dead game. So to see this many people in Seoul makes me happy. Yeah, see, that many banks, I'd run out of ammo before I killed them. That's... hate to say it. Then again, no docking computer, not my problem. Well, let's find a nice place to post up. Keep an eye on our Corvette friend. I don't know if he's ganking or just cruising, but Can't trust people. Yeah, I should probably have posted this. Who's Grimble? That's the one guy who's 2. Grimble. Oh, well, he's gone now. Danish Viking. Have I seen that person before? That's like a familiar name. Hmm. Let me just keep an eye out on the local. There we go. History. Where was I? Oh yeah, starting the game. Yeah, I started doing combat and watching streams while I did combat. I spent like the first 3 days just fighting things in a Sidewinder and dying. It was great. I don't think enough people do that. They go into the missions and the trade, and it's been kind of more rewarded, because at the time that was how you started out if you even wanted to do anything, because nothing else really made money in a good amount of time. Ironically enough, then combat fell behind. Make of that what you will. Let me get closer to the star. But yeah, you had that, and I just started playing, and I would watch streamers like, I think it was Skarsbrand? I think his name was Skarsbrand. He was a dropship pilot. And I thought he was great. He was one of the best dropship pilots, in my opinion. Still is. Well, probably isn't now, but at the time. And then I would watch Captain America, who was a pirate. And I would watch him work, and sorry about that, I'm messing around with stuff. I was like, maybe I should be a pirate. I like pirates. So I set that as a goal. I was like, I wanted a clipper, I wanted a python, and I wanted to be experienced enough to start piracy. And when I got to that point, I did exactly that. I went pirating. I went to the Semius system. This is way back in the day when you could actually find people to pirate. I pirated slaves off of out of that system and the neighboring systems. And how it would go is, because of my time schedule, Captain America would probably be there before I got there, and he'd be wrapping up. I'd show up, keep working, basically. And I wasn't in code at the time. I could have probably joined if I'd asked, but I was like, I think I said, I'm fine with being independent for now, but I appreciate it. And we just kind of had friendly terms in that regard. I think we worked together a few times as well. Like, nice guy. And then we just kind of kept pirating. At least until we got tired of it. Close that. There we go. And I don't know, I had a great time. I still remember the old setup for the piracy ship. 3 multi-cannons or 2 multi-cannons in the large for the clipper, 2 railguns, and you'd have the one railgun off because your plant couldn't run the build with both railguns. But it worked out because you could conserve ammo, so when one went out, you'd turn on the other. And you would just aim that way. There was other ones, but that's how I played. And that's how you would take out tribes. None of this missiles. No missiles. I mean, we had missiles, but they weren't particularly good for it. I think they were still pretty heavily nerfed. This is before power play. So we didn't have pack hounds or anything like that. So we just, that was how we pirated. Initially, we didn't even have limpet collectors. You had to scoop that stuff manually. So it's like you were really only asking for like 10 tons at most. Because it wasn't worth trying to scoop up more in that time frame, because cargo's still degraded. And I ended up keeping like a list in a notepad. I still have it on an old computer somewhere of everyone I had robbed, when I robbed them, how much I took from them. And even if they didn't comply, I would note them too, so I could say, oh yeah, that guy never complies, so I'm going to be aware of that and get the guns ready now. And I think I got up to like 500 people before I kind of just stopped. Give or take. I don't know. It's probably a bit over because I remember giving someone like a pass permanently. Because they were like the 500th piracy poll, and I'm just like, well, okay, you're free to go. I'm never gonna bother you. If I ever see you, I'll never shoot at you. And that was that. I think when engineering hit is when I took my first major break. But I did power play. I went through the powers getting items because, you know, why not? They're good things to have at the time. And when engineering hit for ships, I was like, this is an awful system. I'll wait till they fix it. And then they fixed it and I started coming back. And even the old system that was the quote-unquote better system is still really bad compared to what we have today in engineering. Engineering today for spaceships is easy. It's not hard at all. It's something that most people can do fairly easily. Like, the hardest part is unlocking, and that's not hard. I'm sorry. Let me know when you're trying to fill an FDL with cigars or fish or random, like, cargo parts to get an engineering done for that ship specifically. An old trick was to run like an ASP Explorer instead, because the internals match with the FDL. By the way, the FDL has always been very strong. Probably too strong. Probably too strong to this day. I know they nerfed it in Horizons when that patch came out. Maybe one of them after. It's still, obviously, the nerf didn't stop it. I don't think it's still the premier PvP ship for a reason. But then I did eventually join Code, and I'm happy with Code. I think the Code at the time was good people, and I know the people there now are still good people. I might have not agreed with some of their stuff, but it is what it is. Times change. Start going. Do a refresh on the instance, see if we start getting people again. Let's head back up. Nothing. But yeah, people don't know how good it was compared to like the is it Semius or Semis? Huh. I guess it doesn't matter now. No one goes there anyway. Uh, like the trading back then was so much more active because that's how a lot of people made their money, is trade. There wasn't mining, there wasn't really good exploration money. Combat was not good at money making. You couldn't, missions were terrible in their payouts. So what did you do? You traded. You traded goods. Rare goods or commodities in general. And if you don't know what rare goods are, that's because Frontier has abandoned the idea. So don't feel bad. I just don't expect to see that ever come back again because we got close to coming back to that. We really hit it with the mining initially before things started getting nerfed. Like mining, when it came out, as far as the deep core mining and everything like that, that was amazing for piracy. That was the best time to be a pirate. Up until like you had the semiest times where it's kind of drying up even then. But before that was the rare trade boom, which that got nerfed, the money making. And at the end there, it was just kind of people stopped working with rare goods and then moved on to commodity trading. Generally, I think it was like pharmaceuticals of some sort, bio something or others. I don't. It's been too long. That and imperial slaves, because slaves are apparently money. They got done, and then that didn't really get nerfed. It's just other things came out as far as money making. The long-range mission haulings from, God, what is it called? Let me look at them. Map. Say, wow, it's super busy. Yeah, Cios. Yeah, the Cios mission, Cios and Salvus mission running, where you'd pick up a mission here to bring like manure all the way back to places in the bubble here. Well, not here, but around this region. And there was a bunch of like stations that would generally have these missions delivery endpoints. And at that point, I was like, well, if that's how people are making money, I can't rob them because, you know, manures are worth nothing. And all I can really ask them is like for the parts they carry from the mission rewards. So that's what I started doing. And I would pick one of the endpoint destinations for these missions that I knew was fairly common, and I'd hang out there. And I got okay-ish traffic. Nothing compared to the semiest days. And that's how I got my first video. Which is still on the channel. It was against Bofus Tifus. I believe that's his name. I might be swapping his name around. Yeah, Bofus Tifus. And he was flying in a Python, drunk, and streaming. And I'm like, well, you didn't even name the ship. That's just bad luck. And you didn't really even, like... I don't even remember why I decided I should do it, but I was just like, you know what, it'll be funny. And I took my engineered, I think it was a Federal assault ship? Terribly engineered, too. I think I was using a beam lasers at the time, because I thought they were fun. And I killed him in his Python. I blew him up fairly quickly, as you do. And he didn't have rebuy. He didn't have rebuy for his ship at all. And he lost the Python. It's gone. Yeah. Didn't have the rebuy. He broke the first rule. Always fly with rebuy. And he died. I took his ship. Or I should say, I recorded it. I didn't edit it or anything. I just threw it up on this channel. And that was how it kind of started. because I just thought it was hilarious. Like, I didn't know how to edit or anything, and I didn't really get into editing even after that. I think my videos tended to be get music, hit record, hope for best, which, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Drop in and drop out. Do a relog real quick. But yeah, that was the start of the channel. Neat little story, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't know. Come back here. But one of the things I would do is, like, I always watched people play Elite, and I'd run across certain people, and at one point I said I should start, when piracy was kind of dying down, wasn't really anyone to rob, I'm like, well, what do I do? Yeah, like, what's the point of having all these engineered ships at the time if I had no one to really use them on? Like, PvP? Okay. Arranged 1v1s are only so interesting. I'm sorry. And the player groups at the time, just like now, who claim to be against unlawfuls, not very good. Mind you, they're still leagues better than the modern replacements. Spear, in particular, are pretty fucking awful. I've never seen an entire player group just so utterly destroyed by a chaff launcher. Makes you think. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about Spear. I have some words against them. I started, but it was like Tony Curtis is when I saw his original sniping videos, and I'm just like, this is funny. I thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, I can do that. Why can't I do that? I'm going to try and do that. That's what I did. But I didn't want to just, like, be the Tony Curtis guy that's not Tony Curtis. Though I guess in the end, I kind of am, maybe. But to me, I'm not. I have my own bit. I have my own way of handling things. And, ooh, who's this person? It's a new friend. Oh no, it's an adder. Buddy, what are you doing? Are you a vomit comet? Or is this a... kind of doubt it. Oh no. Oh no, you don't. Come on, let's get you off that trajectory so I can pull you. There you go. Oh. I guess we're just gonna kill him, because I forgot my message. That's on me. He might actually get away. Oh, just kidding. That was messy. That's what I get for not paying attention. Let me get my copy paste back. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Copy. Some might see that as cruel, but I thought it was hilarious. Where was I before the murder? Some would say that's being mean to a new player. First of all, if you're in Soul, you're not a new player. Like, you don't end up in Soul by accident. Or like, oh man, I want to go to Soul. You have to specifically sit up to go here. You have to do missions, you have to get the rank unlock, and then you get a visit. And he wasn't even coming here, he was just on a transition point. So, I don't feel too bad. I don't feel bad for people who have a docking computer. They're not. They can afford it. Since they keep putting them on the damn ship. Let's see. Still need to get my background sounds working better. Anyway. Where the hell was I? Oh yeah, Curtis. Like, yeah, definitely probably the big influence there. Especially the early editing styles. Like, I did eventually kind of branch out to my old thing, but... And when I did my first video, I definitely want to kind of just do something a bit different. But I'd be lying if I didn't say we shared some clips that we would use. I'm not a big fan of K-pop, though, so... I'm happy about that. I don't know about him and his K-pop, you know. It's his thing, more power to him. Not mine, though. Not my thing at all. Funny guy, though. Funny guy. And I think he had it right where you have to have a bit. Like a lot of the new people who do ganking these days, they just do what I just did there, where I just pulled them, shot them. Didn't send a message, didn't try to communicate, didn't... The only difference is that I only pulled him because he had a docking computer. Most gankers would have just pulled him regardless. And that's just a murder hobo, which is fine. But if you want to be like a... That's like low tier. Don't be a murder hobo when you can be like a serial killer. Have a reason for what you're doing. Out of context, that sounds really bad. In the game, you can do things. Don't do these in real life, obviously. But, like, be better, you know? Don't, like, it's not hard to type something up. Look at that. I just type something up, hit Control-C, hit Control-V, send a message. It doesn't stop you from killing people. And it never has. You can even have a macro. I know some people do that for piracy. Or the did, I should say. And just have a bit. Like, if you want to only go after people with a docking computer, do that. If you only want to go after traders, have a reason. Let them know why. Even if it's not a reason that's valid, having a reason makes them so much more angry. Because then they think it's not a good reason. Or they'll start arguing with you about it. And it's hilarious. If you're gonna keep playing, or if, just in general, if you're gonna go like ganking a game, don't be like anyone else. Be something unique, and get some style, and you know, be that better class of bad guy. 'Cause it's a lot more fun. You know, I've had much more fun like doing that than just murder hoboing guys at a Star and Desiat. So, that's my advice to that. Having said that, my first stream snipe that was actually like, oh yeah, I'm going to make this into a video, I'm going to learn how to edit and work on it, was... What was that video even called? Let me look. Because I don't remember. I hope the stream doesn't break because I'm tabbed to my channel. Scroll down, all the way down, all the way down. Yeah, so, like, a lot of this stuff, it was literally just, like, early stuff. Like, the antics of utopian cultists, I feel bad, move docking computer, move it all that stuff is just like, I wasn't using an editor whatsoever. But then I got to the special tactics video, and I had an idea thanks to them calling me a Nazi. And I don't think they called me a Nazi, they said I was using German World War II sniper tactics. And their chat called me a Nazi. Hello, bounty hunter NPC. Please go away. I'm trying to tell a story. There we go. Should be alright. Anyway, I did that video. I had the idea, and I just kind of ran with it with the, alright, well, if I'm going to be called, you know, a German World War II sniper, play the role, you know. If someone declares that you're a bad guy, be the bad guy in that way. It's more entertaining that way, especially when it's over something silly like a video game. And I had a lot of fun making that. I learned a lot. And it's still probably one of my favorite videos. Top 5 at least. Just because it's my first. Not good. I don't think it's good. I don't think any of my videos are really good. But they make me laugh, and that's why I make them. I know. It's like, why did you make this? It was funny at the time. Not the best answer. Nice thing about streaming is I get to talk to myself about this. Give me 1 second. There we go. So yeah, I made that video and I thought it was hilarious. A lot of people seemed to like it. I'm like, well, what if I do it again with someone else? And that's what I did. I did it again and again, and kind of steamrolled from there. And I kind of refined how I did things. Some things are better than others. I think my worst video is probably the Australian guy, the Down Under. Like, I don't think it was bad in... Well, no, that wasn't so bad compared to some others. The ones I don't like the most are... I killed someone with mining lasers in a video. And because I only had my point of view, his stream was like a very laggy, and it was not good content. But how do you not put that out? You know, if you kill someone with mining lances, you gotta be like, hey, check this out. If I could redo that one, I'd love to. Like, that's one I wish I had done better. That and a, I don't know. Let me look at some of these, because I don't mind. Yeah, Down Under Edition. That one was pretty bad, in my opinion. Not because the idea was bad, it's just I didn't like how it... having to use only his footage, and later on I started using my own footage because of stuff like that. When I remembered to hit record on my end anyway. The other one that I was like really not happy with... I don't know. Cultist has a mining lance. Didn't care for that, yeah. I think the man with the golden gun, I kind of rushed out. Ooh, player. Who do we got? Crimple. Oh, was it the Corvette guy? Was that the cutter? Well, that was the cutter. Uh-oh. Someone's done a naughty. Docking him. Alright. Let me just make sure everything's up before I make this pull. So... yeah, I can kill this. not gonna be an issue. Well, it'll be an issue in the sense that I have to pull him. I don't know, big ships tend to either combat log or die instantly. We'll see. Oh, he's fighting the interdiction. First mistake. Only fight interdictions if you know you can win. Pro tip, you can't win an interdiction in a cutter. Now we have our shot. Yep, that's a... Whee! Boop! Oh yeah, he's... 100%. What is he doing? Did he lock? I mean, that's fine. I'll just keep shooting. Yeah, he... See what I mean? Whee! Stops taking damage at 94%. By the way, the fact that Frontier never punishes this is why a lot of pirates started killing players instead of just robbing them. The origins of the first Genki groups can be traced to this, and Frontier doesn't want you to know. Crime detected. Yep. What I might do is see if he logs back in. But yeah, this guy is just logged out. Whee! Boop. You know, normally when they logged out, it would, like, you know, they'd disappear after a bit. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Like, there's a good chance this guy's going to log back in because he was at an open earlier. So he might be one of those who's like, heh, he'll never stay in here. I have no issue staying in here. And if he does, that means I can probably get the kill. Imagine needing a combat log in a cutter. Just absolutely sad. Now, combat logging in this game is atrocious, and it's one of the reasons so many players are just quit. Piracy died, in part because of it. So, because it's like, okay, well, you can't blow someone up if they just log on you as you're a pirate, because if you say, hey, give me cargo or die, and they just log off, well, what are you gonna do? Like, it eliminates the entire point. That's what so many people ended up doing. And why so many people just stopped, because Frontier never did anything to stop it. It's like, oh yeah, they don't care. They only cared when a player group did an experiment showing that they didn't care. Then they said they cared. The irony is that they started banning people for being combat logging in solo. No one cares about what you do in private or solo. I don't care. But doing this should be like, you should 3-day ban. Just, you're gone for 3 days. Like, yeah, okay. You can come back in 3 days if you want to play an open. I don't think that's particularly hard to implement. And that wasn't like, oh yeah, this could be something else. No. Interdiction succeeds, and he just pulls up his little timer or hits Control Alt F4, and his ship goes poof. I don't think he's coming back. I'll give it another, like, 30 seconds or so. But I don't think he's coming back. That's fine. Nothing you can do. He might have not got an instance though, so we will go back in super. And that might be him. Could easily be him. Yeah. Imagine combat logging on me. Like that does. I've had people do that, and it's funny every time. Like I don't get it. There's two different game modes. Who's that? Ah. See you again. You're fine. I just don't, like, put more boosters on. Use a normal shield generator. Don't use a bi-wave on a cutter. Please. Be better. What's the distance? About 96. That's fine. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about before I got interrupted. Huh. Oh well. We. I might get another drink. Where was I? Oh yeah, like I made videos, and I was in code at that point, and I like code. I think that I thought code is what even back then was what the de facto pirate group, and I'm glad I joined them because there was so many good people there. I met them. You know, you had Neo Tantrix, Captain America, Bob, Ruri, who was a genius, Rebuy. I know he had an elite channel. I don't know if he still makes videos. I don't think he does. I think he's on like a break or something. I don't know. But I wish him the best because he was a amazing pilot and very enjoyable to hang out with. Well, everyone in code was. I don't think I ever said, oh yeah, I don't like hanging out with this person in code. Code was nice. Yeah, like, but I do think old code was a bit better. Maybe that's just my bias because I thought we did more. Like, I was a part of the Teamsters heist, which at the time was a group of players that would hold materials and sell them to others for, you know, engineering materials and whatnot. So if you needed like painite for unlocking an engineer, they had it. If you needed a material for this, they had it, and they would drop it for you if you set up an order. So at one point we decided to rob them, and I got set up as, and I was like, oh well, no one really knows me. Like, yeah, I gank people, and you know, I've pirated a lot, but no one knows who I am. You know, I'm not particularly infamous. And I got set up as the dummy buyer. So I set up an order. I put a a cutter with a whole bunch of stuff in it that was also fit for combat. And we set up buy, drop in with 2 other wings, and the guy running the Teamsters accounts combat logged on us. All on film. And you can still find it on if you can find Captain America's YouTube channel. It's, you know, Elite Dangerous Teamsters Heist, the Captain America. Do some search engineering. It's still there. And you'll see me in the video, though I'm on my old name, not Tianfang, um, at that point. Because I think after that I did the swap. Because yeah, like one of the last times I did I had my old name was about 5 years ago at this point, because that was my first video also has the old name, I Feel Bad video. And that was pretty funny, to me anyway. I don't know. I don't think we're ever gonna come back to something good here in Elite. Soul's kind of dead. I was talking it up about how great it was that I was running into people and then it just died. Like those people I ran into. Yeah. But no, I joined Code, did the Teamsters heist with them. I know I wasn't a part of it, but I certainly enjoyed it. The heist against the East India Company, the trading company, who basically kind of did the same thing as the Teamsters, because what happened was one of our groups, we had good relations with them, thanks to essentially one guy who was part of the East India. And eventually he's like, hey, I'm always flying with you guys anyway, I want to join. I'm like, okay. Because they were essentially kind of treating him poorly. Like he was doing way too much work for what they were asking of him. And he joined up, but they never changed the passwords to all the accounts in the East India trading companies, like holding accounts that held like their ships with all the materials and whatnot. Which was a mistake. Not to mention, technically you can't share accounts. That's a TOS violation, according to Frontier. And that will be important later on. So what we did is technically he ran those accounts. So he logged on those accounts, dropped all the loot from us, and we took it. We took all the loot. And we took the loot from them. And they got super mad, as you can imagine. And I think the only reason we didn't get into more trouble with it as a group is because technically they also were doing something they shouldn't be doing. Having one guy managing multiple accounts for a group like that, not allowed. Apparently. And this is before carriers, so, you couldn't just store it somewhere. People just had bought alt accounts and would store stuff on them. So technically we were both in the wrong, but a lot of people got upset, but people want Eve stuff to happen. You can't be upset when Eve stuff happens, which basically is what happened. Why? Why the docking computer? My guy. You make me sad. Should know better. In an anaconda. Oh. You know how people are. Oh. Come on. There we go. Let's go make someone understand the rules. Condas don't tend to combat log on my thought process. They don't, at least not often. And I think that's partly because they're new. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, buddy. The fight's already over. Yep, there it is. And it kind of still has a bug where it looks like it has more health than it does. And it doesn't. So, I think the highest I ever got was like, it explodes at like 20%? 30%? It's really weird. Who else we got? Ah, Danish. Hmm. Ba-da-ba-ba. People would just stop using docking computers. Yeah, just Danish again. I swear I've seen that name around. Hmm. Well, not a big deal. He's not on a ship that can catch me if I need to fight him, and I don't think he's really interested in me. Back to the stories. Back to me ranting about things that used to be. I do wonder, I do hope a lot of the old guard and code are doing okay. Like, Neo, I know I think he streams occasionally, still. But not as much as he used to, obviously. Did he go to a FDL for me? Oh, buddy. What a... He does realize I'm not going to go after him regardless, unless he just has a docking computer on that thing. Oh, no docking computer. Chaff launcher. Pulse disruptor laser. That's a good build. That'd actually be annoying. Because the Challenger isn't... Well... Yes and no. Because my shields will go down. But Byweave has a lot of thermal resist. So swapping to full thermal... not great. Not great. Oh, again... Doesn't seem inclined to pull me. So he must be just running missions or thinking I'm going to start violence with him when that's not my code. Even if I'm no longer in the code. Nah. I will keep an eye on him though. Someone's doing a little sneaky. Oh, someone shut up. Dun, 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 dun. This might actually be a problem. Docking computer? Why? Why a docking computer? Oh. Let's just show him why that's a bad thing. Whee! Nope. No FSD. Boop. Oh, he wants to fight now. Whee. Well, short fight. I think I was using turrets. Bit late. Bounty hunters. Always a bit behind. Bum, 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 bum. No. You're good. No docking, Peter. Don't care. Oh boy, oh boy. He might win this. It depends on how good he is naturally. I'm not in the best setup for this, as far as like evasioning. Not at a good speed. Not gonna give up though. Never give up. Always can pull it back. Generally, anyway. Then I'm not under any real threat. Come on. Nope. Nice. Okay. Let's dance. Bye-bye. It's alright. No issues with you. They never talk. Bye. So for this one, we need to just max speed. Should, if he wants to pull again, might do a little better. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can send him to the station docks. Maybe not. I'm a bit out of practice. That's my fault, really. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. There we go. Check this out. Bye. He's not fully engineered? Or is he just sandbagging his speed? Whee. Okay. Well, I don't think he's properly engineered. Sir, please. At least say hello. Yeah, he's not properly engineered. Last warning. Please don't try a third time. If he does it again, I'm just gonna fight him. Because he should not be losing rings on a shadow ram like that. That means he's not doing things very well. Well, that's what he wants. Okay. Let's dance. Oh wait. Forgot to do my... Oh no! I forget how to change. What's my switch button? No. 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 Well, I've got time. He's very slow. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum. Controls. Okay. I literally... Oh well. I'll just go back. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what my button is. Is it K or is it L? I think it's L. If that's the case, I need to fix that. Hmm. Nope. Oh no. That button. That button, that button, that button. Nope. One of these buttons. So I got a new computer, and I don't remember what my keybind is for the mode switch. And you're like, wow, how could you be so dumb? Pretty easily, actually. Pretty easily. So, pretty easily. Oh, good. Arcanum's back. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm gonna remember these someday. Whee! I can literally mess with them all day. Alright. Just make our pass. Oh, no, buddy. Boop. Bye. Is it J? Is it K? Oh, I... No, that's night vision. Bum bum bum, fine. That button, that button, that button. I'm gonna figure it out. There's only so many buttons it can be, right? Hmm. Boop. Options, controls, chip controls. Mode switches. Nope. Enter FSS mode. No. No. Go forward, don't just stand there. Chip controls. Light miscellaneous. No. This is embarrassing. Full spectrum detailed. Oh, some PvE guy. I don't know. He was in a Corvette earlier and he swapped to a unengineered FDL. I'm trying to remember what button I set to the mode switch, because I hit it, and now I don't know what button I hit. And that is a problem. Interface. No. What is... No. I'm panicking. No. No. Cancel. Targeting? Like, I didn't want to fight him. He doesn't have a docking computer, so, like, why should I bother, right? Miscellaneous. Node switches. External comms, quick roll. No. M. Is it really M? If I hit M, am I going to be upset? Okay. That's on me. I got it. 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 It was the discovery mode, the scanner. Combat mode, analysis mode. I don't think that was my default, so I never learned it. I think I had it set as L or semicolon. So I never bothered to change it afterwards when I got the new computer. I need more music. I'll just play this again because I like this track. Yeah, I could have, but I'm retarded. And I was rambling when this guy pulls me over and was like, I need to shoot you. And he didn't even say anything to me. Ah, see? Like, at least say hello. Like, I've said hello to this guy, and this guy who combat logged, and these two guys. Like, give me a break. Yeah, that's fine. This is my boomer moment. This is something I should edit out of a video. Is he back? If he is, I will go and say hello. Type 9? No, he's not in a Type 9. Probably went to his carrier. Or the station. Oh, he's back in his vet. Well, that's his prerogative. See, now I definitely can't kill him in his vet. Unless he doesn't have crimes on. Dun, dun, dun. Why people think they can do that, though? I appreciate that he swapped for me, though. I do feel a bit bad. Hey, buddy. If I was him, I'd be pulling in the vet. Just because. He'd be like, he did it again. Ah, see? He's gonna try it again. Okay. Well, that's not gonna go how you think, buddy. Plus, I'm really bad at the game now. Nope. Still okay. Go away. was easy. How embarrassing. Normally people at least say hello when I pull them. Can you at least say hello? At least say hello. Yeah, like that's a... Come on, man. Be friendly. There you go. Oh, that was on. Oh, yeah. I thought it was someone else. Here we go. I mean, this is a nice distraction while I'm waiting for actual targets. Still a bit silly on his part, like, I don't know. Is it around here? Yeah. I don't remember these sounds being in. Are these new? I guess it doesn't matter now. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle. Back to real space. Man, it's almost as if I have thousands of hours of experience interdicting people and evading interdictions. It's crazy. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. It is my final... I'm enjoying myself. Hey. He's already back out? Yeah, he's back out. F. Right. So, if he had a better capture arc, he'd, no better. Did you want some lessons on how this mechanic works? Well, nah. I don't care anymore. I'll share my secrets. Last. Anyway, now that he's like probably swapping to a different ship, I can go back to what I was wanting to talk about, which is code. And like I'm glad for my experience with them, and I don't think I ever explained why I left in my in a video. I think I just did like a transition, and that was that. But basically, just dumb, stupid shit, really. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I want to talk about this, because I don't want to name stupid people, even if they don't necessarily play anymore. Okay. So, I left because a new player joined the code, and they were doing stupid stuff. They're basically acting like an idiot. And people outside of code brought it to our attention. And the leadership was like, okay, we'll issue them a warning, we'll keep them under control. Thank you for the information. That's where it should have ended. Instead, the people outside of the group that were basically like, PvP friends, people that we'd work with, were like, no, he has to be removed. And he hadn't done anything to be removed. Was, an idiot? Yeah. But he didn't deserve to be removed. Not yet, anyway. And they were like, well, you need to do this, so we're not going to be E-friends or some shit. And they're like, no. So they just spent the time shitting up the Code Discord server. They harassed Neo in a voice channel while he was streaming, like telling him to do this stuff, do that. And basically just made asses of themselves. And they deserved to... At that point, I'm like, well, now I definitely don't want to kick this guy. Like, the guy should have never been kicked at all at that point, because it's like, well, you're not in code. You don't get a say on our matters. It's like, you're friends. We appreciate your advice, but this is an internal matter. And they didn't go like that at all. So they, basically just behaved horribly to people. And then the Spurg guy got kicked because leadership gave in to them. And I'm like, well, that's kind of it, isn't it? Like, I'm sure most of those people had their reasons, but people were leaving. And I said, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm not into the whole drama. I'm too old for that stuff. Is what it is. Did he swap back to the FDL? Nope, back to the vet. Oh man, if he swapped to the docking computer on there, I would be... No, he didn't. His loss. I mean, that's how you could get me to pull him. Like, just use a docking computer. I don't know why he doesn't want to talk to me. His loss. But yeah, like, I left code. Like, most of the members in there that stayed, I'm fine with. I don't care. They're good people. And they deserve... And I hope, you know, in a better timeline, piracy would come back in full force and the code would be worthwhile. Indeed. Is he going to make his attempt again? Oh. I can't tell. He might be heading to the planet, he might not. We'll know in about 3 seconds or so. Okay. That's how you want to do it. No? Not interested now? Okay. What a weird guy. Doesn't talk to people. Clearly wants me to fight him, but I don't want to fight him. He doesn't fit my code of arrangement. Where was I? Oh yeah, code. So, like I said, I like code. I think they're good people. Then they're not related to the Eve code. Two different entirely groups. But we are aware of each other, or they are aware of each other. At least they should be still. But yeah. But at that point, you know, I just went full Antal. Like, I made my little silly squadron with like 5 people. Started killing people for docking computers, and had a lot of fun with it. I'm happy with that. Game got worse, but that is its own thing. Poor guy. I don't think he's fully engineered. Maybe he was on the cutter, or the Corvette, excuse me. I don't know. Might be. Like, I know he made his FDL passes, and... Oh man, that was not good. Let me drop to low. I'm gonna do a relog. Mostly so I can maybe get better instancing. Which is another problem with this game. The instancing is all peer-to-peer, and that is a problem, especially regarding certain player groups, because one's IP address without a VPN is exposed. And you have all the issues of that, and essentially you're region locked without a VPN. So, like, I have people in Australia that I on my friends list. If they're not on my friends list, I'm not on a VPN, I'm not going to see them. And even if they are, I might not see them. Because the instancing is that bad at times. Yeah, he's just hanging out. Again, that's fine. I kind of want to swap the music up. But I don't want to get in trouble with copyright. Let me see if this will kind of fits my mood. Yeah, this works. No one really cares about old game music from abandonware titles. At least for now. Have I really been going for almost 2 hours? Jeez. I haven't had the worst night. 1, 2, 3, 4 kills. This is a combat log. This guy didn't have a docking computer. Don't think I ever saw this guy. This guy doesn't have one as well. I guess it's time to talk about a certain group, a certain player group. But I'm gonna be right back first. Let me set a screen for that. Save image as repeat. Unless that's a person that isn't Danish again. What are you gonna do? Well, yes, I am adding things to my chat. Okay, I don't care. Add an image. And we'll add our... Oh. Okay. Boop. And we'll add another image. Just to mess with people. Right, cool. Let me drop to real space. Go that, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink. Are we back? I think we're back. We're so back. Awesome, awesome. Alright. Let's head back up and play a bit longer. If there's no one up there worth going after, we'll, I'm gonna talk about Spear. Because I gotta get this off my chest, since I don't care anymore. Danish. Who's that? Squeak. Cart. Big. Yeah, no, it's fine. No docking computer. What's weird is this Danish guy could have pulled me ages ago, but he only did it recently. Let me just double check. No no docking computer, he's fine. You can chill. Like, I don't kill people who don't have a docking computer. Or I try not to. But yeah, we'll talk about Spear, I guess. It's about that time. So, for those of you who don't know, Spear is a player group of quote-unquote lawful players. And they are more or less a group, more of an organization, because they're several player groups. And they go after people who gank pirates, you know, ne'er-do-wells, which is fine. I think it's great. I don't think they have the tools for it, but neither do pirates. Don't really have tools for piracy most of the time, so I think it kind of evens out. Unfortunately, Spear should not be in this game anymore as a group, and that seems a bit extreme, but it's warranted. Spear as a player group is led by a man named Akuma, and he and several of the top officers in Spear decided that it would be a really good idea to exploit the fact that this game is run off of a peer-to-peer networking system and log IP addresses of people they didn't care for. It's hot. And coffee. Irish coffee, if you're curious. This is awful for obvious reasons. Ignoring the fact that it's breaking TOS, you're essentially logging people's information over a video game, which is ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but that's ridiculous. That's dumb. Get some help. Unfortunately, Spear is still in the game, because when this whole event came to light, Akuma got banned, and he was the only member of the organization banned. Their Discord was banned by Discord itself. They made a new Discord. They started buying alt accounts for Akuma, and the group is still de facto ran by Akuma, even though he cannot play Elite Dangerous according to Frontier. At least in open. He's stuck in permanent solo mode. Banished to the Shadow Realm, to borrow a phrase. Is he thinking about it? I think he is. Anyway. And if it was just him, and he was the only person that really did anything untowards, he was the only reason that anyone was logging IP addresses, why is he still the leader of this group? Like, if you're a lawful group and your leader turns out to be messing with people in real life, trying to get essentially personal information, privileged information that he should not have access to, uh, even if it is because of a design flaw with the game itself, wouldn't you want to distance yourself from that if you didn't agree with it? Or at the very least make a strong stance and say, hey, he might run the other group's parts of Sphere, but in Elite, it's somebody else and this is our new guy. But they haven't done that. Sphere is still led by Akuma on his alt accounts not these days. Not that Frontier cares, because Frontier doesn't care about what Care Bears do in this game. They can get away with a lot. And they frequently do. And I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why. I know exactly why. Because their moderation team has been kind of compromised, from what I can gather. And the policies that they're running are not effective. And they're clearly having some bias issues. Probably not entirely without good reason to be biased at this point. Because a lot of the PvP crowd, the unlawful types, are very hostile. In the defense of those people, they have good reason to be hostile, considering how Frontier's treated PvP and any kind of player interaction that isn't group up and be friendly. So, it's a whole shit show. But to refocus back on Spear, they start... The fact that this group is still in the game, despite their leader being banned, and Frontier doesn't see an issue with it, and it's like, oh no, it's fine, they can totally be here. This is only we got the one guy who did bad. No, you don't. Also, this guy, I don't know what this Danish Viking guy's doing, but he wants to float around. That's fine. I hope he's listening. Maybe I should just check the stream out. Anyway, like, even right now I'm on a VPN. Like, so, good luck to all the Spear fanboys. The one thing I will say is, I don't think everyone in Spear was, like, doing this kind of stuff. However, if you're in there now and you're someone, like, you have to be aware of it. Like, at a certain point, you might not be one of the bad guys, but you're in the bad guy group. It just happens to be labeled the lawful side. And that seems to be a trend with Care Bear. I don't even, just lawful and Care Bear groups in general, where they're crazy. Like, in all my time in Elite Dangerous, I never had as much issues as I did with, like, the quote-unquote criminal elements of this game, as opposed to dealing with Care Bears. Like, it wasn't a PvPer who decided to try and copyright claim one of my videos at one point. Even Falter never did that to me. And Falter's an entire different story, so... person, and I might talk about him, but I don't, honestly, he can't play the game anymore. I don't care, you know. I hope he gets the help he clearly needs. That's about my topic summary on him. Yeah, just me and Danish. But for Spear, no. Like, you guys, those guys are awful. I've had 2 people try to get my address because I killed them in a video game. Well, 2 people in 2 separate instances. Technically, the first group was like 3 people. And, like, they were stalking my Twitter account that's not associated with me. They were, like, looking at my Discord profile. And they were going after code after I'd left them, like, a year ago at that point. And it's like, what are you doing? I'm not even in the code Discord. I went to the code Discord to let them know that, hey, these idiots think I'm part of you and they might be messing with your BGS. And as someone who has helped retake a rare like twice, I don't want to put them through that again. So I let them know. So, like Care Bears in general, just crazy. I don't know if that's like every game, but in Elite it is. Like the bad guys are the good guys, it seems, and the good guys are the awful people. Not all of them, not all everybody, you know. Like I said, there's some great lawful players. Adel's Armada, when they were a thing, were generally pretty. You know, they weren't the best pilots, but you know, they never tried to get anybody's IP address or dox them. That I'm aware of, anyway. So, good on them. You're better than Spear. It's kind of a low bar, but you get what I mean. Yeah, that's kind of all I want to say about Spear. Feels nice, though. Getting that off my chest, because it's one of those things, it's like, oh, you don't want to talk about them, because they'll go after me. I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore, unless Frontier drastically changes it. Spear can go fuck off. I've got most of them blocked anyway. By the way, block Spear. If you ever want to know how to block Spear, go join one of the... What's the guy's name? Cal for All Seasons has a Discord. Join his Discord. Ask for the list, and you can just block all of them. I'm not saying you should do that, but if you value your privacy and you don't want to have a VPN running whenever you play this game, do what I block Spear. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, well, we don't do it anymore. Okay. And blocking itself is a dumb mechanic, but that's the nature of the game these days. Ironically enough, it's getting more purpose out of that than helping to avoid being killed in a video game. So, Frontier did something right by doing a lot of things wrong. Which, yeah, that's how Frontier operates. They will 100% do the dumbest thing possible and then do something amazing to help fix that problem. And I think that's kind of their design philosophy at this point. E-Crag is the guy who didn't have one. Danish doesn't have a docking computer. So we're fine. God, what was his name? A lot of people I wish I kind of hung out with more. Like, Neo. I'd love to speak with him again. Same with Captain America. Bob. I forget his full name. Oh, no, yeah. I ganked him. You can't see the video of me ganking him anymore because it got copy struck once by Sony of Japan, and then it got copy struck again and taken down by Sony of Japan 2 years later for an entirely different reason. And I'm like, I have the video, and I could maybe fix it, but it's just not worth it. I know it's up on other sites, and I don't care, you know, enough. And that was a big blow to my motivation to do things. It's like, I have videos that I have of content that I could have been like, I can make a video out of this. And the copyright system where it's like, I'm like, okay, but you realize that's not my music, and that's like not your music either. And again, you didn't have an issue with it 2 years ago. I even changed it so you wouldn't. And they just go after it again, because Sony of Japan is fucking retarded. And you can't fight them, because as soon as you do, the video is just taken down, and there's nothing you can do. Done deal. Sorry. Yeah. Better than Twitch, I guess. Not that Twitch is great for video hosting, but it is what it is. Man, there's someone's kind of dying. Is there another system I could go to? don't remember any of the good old haunts. Do you think people would go to a rescue megaship? I don't know. Let me look that up a bit. I thought about Star Citizen at a point, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do what a lot of other people are doing, move to Star Citizen. And then I realized that's fucking dumb. Because, one, the game's not finished. Like, I watched a video of, like, someone trying to play the latest alpha, or pre-alpha, alpha, whatever they're calling it these days. And it's just not good for, what I'd want to do. The idea is there, but the idea has always been there. The implementation is not. So I'm not going to be touching that thing. If it ever comes out, it might change. So in 20 years, if I'm still alive and the game is Star Citizen is finally out, you might see a video about it on this channel. But I doubt it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about. Kind of covered everything except Frontier itself, which... I mean, what else is there to say? They've kind of screwed the game. They just never really focused on what they wanted to do. They made it a new feature, release it, and say, this is a cool feature, please use it. And the feature's generally not bad, but it's just not really well finished. Multi-crew is a good example. Power play is a good example. Where the idea itself is great, but it needs iteration. And Frontier never iterated on it. And because if it's not popular enough, they don't bother trying to see what's wrong. They just move on to the next thing. And that's their design philosophy by them. That's not me saying that. That's how they say they operate. So if you want something to be fixed and iterated on, it has to be popular enough. So if you're wondering why it's like a year later and Odyssey's still on like the same ground combat mechanics as day one, I hope you understand why. It's not because they were making Thargoid stuff, or that they were thinking of how they were going to do it. They've moved on to the next feature, which is probably going to be something like Thargoid related, if at all. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I kind of feel like they might do one more thing. Maybe they've been teasing like Thargoid first-person shooter stuff. You might see a small rework with that for ground combat engineering, and then that's going to be it. If I'm wrong, great, but I wasn't wrong about a lot of things. Excuse me. Drinking as I speak. Like, the fact that the EDB guy retired, well, he stopped. And they didn't even give that guy like a shout out. It was like, hey, thanks for all your hard work for running this thing for us, because we don't have it in tools in game and we've been kind of messing with you. Speaks volumes. And I will tell you right now, that's how they treat everyone, so don't feel bad. A lot of the player groups have contact with Frontier on a certain level. The big ones. People like the Fuel Rats, the Canon guys, East India, Code, which is how I know. And we have things in the files still that are never going to be released, because Frontier just doesn't care about those groups enough to do so. Like the files for the fuel rats icon for your ships, or the cannon group icon for ships. Those have been in the game for years before they got released. Same with the code icon. It's in the files. I don't know if it still is, but it was last I knew. And we were like, hey, could we get this released? Could we get this released? They brushed us aside. Every time. And I imagine if one of the fuel rats or cannon or any of the groups that they interacted with talked about it, and they'd say essentially the same thing. And for reference, I was a officer of code for a while. I think it was a boss or a sub-boss. I forget the exact ranking. And I didn't get like fired or anything. I just said, hey, I'm kind of taking a break, so here's your position back. It was enjoyable playing with you all. And I eventually came back just as a normal member, because that's how it goes. But, I mean, honestly, it's just a awful, awful experience. But also very expecting of Frontier. Like, there's good ideas here, but they're not well done, and they need iteration. And Frontier's not going to do that, because that's just not what they do. Let's try Altair. If I don't get anyone there, I'll see if I can think of any other places. I'm not going to go to Wait, hold on. Who's that? Oh, that's Krag. I know he's not running a docking computer. So, we'll go run into them. I don't know what I'll do after this. There's not really any game that fits Elite. I mean, lately I've been just playing Hunt with friends, or not gaming at all. So there's a rescue mega ship. I presume that's the mega ship? No. Let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the mega ship. Okay. I'll give it a bit. See what happens. I don't think I've ever ganked an Altair. This will be an enlightening measure. I said to someone I was going to read a copy pasta I did like ages ago. And I kind of don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. And they know why. What is going on? Let's check here. I don't know. This is the unfortunate part, like, I don't really know where else to go. Like, you'd think people would be bringing goods here. or like people. And maybe they are and I'm just not at a good time. I kind of don't... I mean, I could check the... Not there. Where's Dag Wonder? I might try Dag Wonder. I don't know, that place tends to be either like crowded or dead. I'll give this place like 5 more minutes. And we'll just move on. Which works for me. I think my favorite video is definitely the enzyme missile video. The what is it called? Let me find that. Enzyme catastrophe. That one. That's my favorite. That's when I peaked. There's nothing I can do better than that. That was a case of having the right loadout, the right person, and the right actions. Like, he combat logged with enzyme missile, giving him permanent Thargoid debuff. Logged back into solo. Didn't know how to handle it. Slowly died. Perfect reaction of anger. And like, at that point, I'm just like, well, that's it. I said at the time, it's like, well, I'm done. I can't really get better than that, and nothing's really topped it. Which, yeah, I mean, how do you top that? You can't name a better gank than that. How do you make it better? Like, the only way that could get better is you do it again. Or you, like, do it to a hacker. Like, the guy literally flipped his keyboard and stormed off after he died. Like, nobody... That's Kino reaction. Kino content. And we're just never going to see something like that again. Worst video was definitely the, goodness, what was it? I like doing some of the WoW videos, to be honest. Like the speedrun video with the shaman duo, I thought that was enjoyable for me. Like, it's one of those things that's silly, but, you know, it is what it, I just thought it was interesting. But like the WoW videos were something I enjoyed. Same with the 76 stuff. Even if 76 is a terrible game and you shouldn't play it. I always feel like I shouldn't have bothered certain people as much, like a Ravi Pasta, which I don't even think that's his name anymore. I think I do it with him one too many times. Though, in my defense, you know, I never was like, oh, I'm gonna... He never was like, hey, I'm not in the mood. But I definitely feel like he didn't like being content at some point. Which, whatever. Still probably one of the best pilots I ran across. That went from, I don't know what I'm doing to, I am a reasonable threat, and if you're not on your best, I will kill you. And really, that's kind of what you're hoping for, in my opinion. Like, I've had so many people, and even in videos, you can listen to them or watch them, and they'll say, I'm coming after you, I'm gonna get revenge, and I'm sending a Black Ops wing after you. And they never do. I can count on one hand the number of people who have actually gotten better, improved, and tried to fight me. And I've killed a lot of people in this space video game. I have to preface that in case it's ever taken out of context. I don't like that my most popular video was a joke I made because a drunken Australian guy told me I should make it. And it has an insane amount of views compared to the rest of the channel. It is... what is it? Where is it? Oh man, if it's finally gone. Oh, no, let's throw me some numbers, Paul. Almost 30,000 views, which is nothing, but that's the biggest video on my channel is a video not related to the channel. Make of that what you will. Let me try Soul before I make my trip to Dagwandry. Actually, can I dock here? No. Galaxy map. Where's Sun? Never find my carrier. Go here. We're gonna go repair, rearm, and then I'm gonna head back to Seoul. If there's no one there, I'm gonna head to Dagwandry. If there's no one there, I'm gonna decommission my carrier in the stream and finish drinking. 2.5 hours. It's crazy. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. At least I'm not running into stars again. Admittedly, I wasn't really paying attention earlier. Just flick carriers on. Hopefully we'll get something good. Ow. Should not be messing with this while I'm talking, trying to talk. Until this reach. I do like that it makes so many people upset over killing people and docking computers, and only that. Like, everyone always said, oh, well, you need to have a reason to do, you know, blow people up. And I gave them a reason they don't care. Which, yeah, well, kind of an obvious if you know these sorts. Doesn't matter what you do, they just don't want to be killed. Which is fine, just don't be like, oh, well, I'd be fine with being shot at if they had a good reason. Okay. You had plenty of opportunities to have a good reason. Of like, oh, let me show you why I killed you. This module on your ship that you can take off, and then I will never shoot you again. And they kept... And of course the response to that is to be very angry and complain about it on the internet. Because playing a video game means that you have to resort to real violence, I guess. Or threats of real violence. A lot of people overanalyze me. And it's like, oh, you must have a bad relationship with your parents, or, you know, Nazi incel. Yeah, you know, the usual. Download this. Yeah, okay. Bear with me 1 second. Alright. Did I? Oh, I got stuck on something. Okay. Helping someone out real quick, so I appreciate your patience. I'm hoping my stream doesn't break. Save as. To do this. Galaxy map. There's Sol. Close that. I don't know what that's about. I'll watch whatever it is later. Not in any rush. Yeah, let me reset my copy pasta before I hit Sol. What am I gonna do? Build some guru until docking computers will be purged. Remove it. My classic. I don't think everyone I went after has had a docking computer, but the majority have. Generally, if I shut at you without a docking computer, I think you deserved it anyway. Or you had one on at one point, and then I caught you on the ship without it, and I'm like, well, I'm already here. The deep dark secret of the Antal cultist. He might kill you without a docking computer if you are really annoying. Or if he's bored. I'm waiting for that. I'll just sit the Dag Wanderer route now. Guess I have a feeling we're gonna end up going there. Just a guess. Kind of want to end it on a bang, but there's not much I can do if there's no one here. Let's go to Dag Wanderer. I don't know how my audio levels are at all. It sounded okay, but I don't know. It's definitely better than what it was. Like, I started this week kind of messing around because I've been wanting to kind of do this for a bit. And this week I decided I'm going to get it done. Because I wanted to get it done so I can just get it all out. You know, be done. Space game's kind of dead. But working on the audio for it is a pain. I do not know how streamers do it. It's not something I'd ever really want to do actively. I'd much rather do curated, edited content. Ideally without me talking, because I don't like talking. I don't even talk for a living anymore, and I don't like talking. This is probably the most I've talked for quite a while. Also, it's just hard to talk. Like, you're not really bouncing off of anyone like this, so it's a little more challenging, I guess. Respect to the people who can do that without sounding like a complete moron. I cannot. I am a complete moron in that regard. Oops, wrong button. I gotta be careful what I click. Yeah. Bandwidth? No bandwidth. I was excited for a minute. So all of my ships are, as you might have guessed, named after historical things. Mostly, except for 2. Well, 3, technically. Well, yeah, probably about 2. Like, even my Phantoms are named after a historical figure. The crate's gone through a few name changes, but I don't think I've changed that one's name in a while. The dropship has pretty much always been the Triari. Even when I redid it, I went back to that name because I think that's just the best name for a dropship. The Praetorian for the Challenger just stuck. I like when people confuse it for the actual name of the ship, because I think it's a good name. It feels like a Praetorian kind of ship. Yeah. Goes in, hits hard, doesn't really care about its own self. But it's very tough regardless. A lot of Irish coffee. I don't know. I feel bad because it's like, well, kind of an end of era. I've been doing this channel for like 5 years, just on and off. I started the channel because I wanted to remember things that I did in game that I thought were cool. That's it. That was my reasoning. It wasn't some like, oh, and I'm like, oh, well, how do I do that? Well, Tony Curtis makes really funny videos. I'll make my own funny videos that I think are funny. So I learned how to do that. And that's how the channel went. But it still kind of feels weird saying I'm just going to walk away from it. Yeah. Maybe I'll do content on a different channel someday. Maybe not. If I do, it won't be Elite, that's for sure. Again, unless something drastic changes, which I doubt. It's gonna be really funny though if I do this and like Tuesday, Frontier announces that they're doing a huge update giving incentives to play open play. You know, doing a ship balance pass, doing a ground engineering pass to make it easier. You know. Oh, also we fixed instancing. It's a lot better now, and we've really figured it out this time. Now, if they do that, I'll come back, you know, on Wednesday, put an apology video, and just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, Frontier, take me back." But that's not happening. That's not happening. They are not. They are not doing that. Why are they pinging me? Do not ping me. Hello. Hello, friend. Are you a new friend? You are. Set. Minor. Not someone I can go after. Okay. Fair enough. That's the one downside is following rules. You don't necessarily find who you're looking for, or the ones that fit the profile. If we were gonna do it all over again, maybe I would have said, you know, anyone in a trading ship. Even then, I don't know. Well, I did say earlier that, you know, I don't think you should just be a straight up murder hobo. I can see the appeal some days where it's just like, you know, that's what you got. But yeah. What is he doing? I guess he's just turning in his mining stuff. Alright, well, we'll spend a bit here. Yeah, if I don't see somebody in like 10 minutes, I might just call it. Because I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. I've killed some folks. And this stream is kind of turning into Elite Dangerous itself, where there's good moments, but it kind of ends on a low note. Let me just check something. I'm trying to remember something. What is that called? God, search engines are just not as good as they used to be. Yeah. I kind of want to play this at the end. But if I know I do, it's probably going to get copyright strike. But I kind of don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it anyway. That'll be my ending. That is what is. What are they gonna ban my channel? I don't care. Uh. Let me check something here real quick. This. I wonder if that'll actually work. Nope. I was kind of hoping that people in B would kind of be here in Diagonry, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Unfortunate. I mean, yeah. Just seems a bit dead in space. I mean, Seoul was kind of active, but Seoul is fairly popular. But Diagonry is like a major outfitting spot. I know it gets traffic still. So to see this kind of be dead is a little sad. No one. Do a drop in, drop up. Yeah, well, 5 more minutes. If I don't see anything at that, well, it's about that time. About that time. I have to watch all these when I post them. So I guess in summary, like, I'm glad I made the content I did. I'm glad I made these videos. I'm happy about learning how to edit. Like, I'm glad I did what I did. I don't regret it. Don't regret it at all. Thought it was fun. And I know there's people who's gonna say, you know, they might stumble across this in like a year or two and say, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. My version, the game's still working and everything's fine. And they can listen to me for a second and understand that I'm not... I have a lot of time in this game. And I will show you how much time I have in this game. So... Oh, that's not the right one. So I will not show you with that window. It's been a bit. Codex. So let's take a look. 29 weeks, 6 days, 18 hours, 42 minutes. That's over 5,000 hours. So, I've been around. So when I talk about things, I'd like, please, have some faith that I know at least somewhat what I'm talking about. Cobra Mark 3. The dangerous Cobra Mark 3. Interesting. In an advanced docking computer. But why, though? But why? That doesn't make any sense. Well, let's see if we can find out. Why a docking computer? Here we go. Will he fight it? Will he submit? It's going to be annoying to hit with frags unless I get him on an angle. Submitted. Oh, he's fast. Is he fast enough? He is. He's engineered. Look at this. This is how you do it. Unless he does that. He made his little pass, but he made one mistake. I have a missile. He should have just straight lined. I'm sorry, that just makes me laugh. I can't hit him now. I'm just too... That made my day. I didn't think I was going to land that hit. Yep. Not going to land the second one. Yeah. Good for him. Like, he's in a Cobra, but at least he knows how to fly a bit. Still a docking computer heretic. I'm impressed. I hope he comes back in a combat ship. Get some revenge on the evil ganker who definitely can't kill him. Come on. Ooh. Should not have traded. Yeah. He's faster than me, so he should be fine. Like, his biggest mistake was making the run. Yeah. Give it a shot. Come on. One has to try. Yeah. Challenger. Not chief. Yeah. Challenger, not chieftain. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him. And... Yep. Having said that, never give up. Yeah, I only have to hit him a few times. He has to keep evading me. I just need to get lucky once. Bonus of being a commander. Oh man, that'd be kind of ironic though if my last kill is someone who gets away. Proving a point. And does it in a Cobra too. We'll see. Like, yeah, like if I am in a slower ship, he should be able to get away. I definitely spooked him with that initial FSD hit, though. Whee! Full interdiction, my guy. Play careful. Ooh. Yeah, he's zooming. Can I get an angle? No, he's straight lining. He's doing the smart play. I can't even be mad because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, if you're faster, just run. Makes. But why is he in a Cobra as dangerous? That's so weird. Is it just like his favorite ship? I should ask him. Oh. Honestly, it's purely... Out of it, though. You don't need it. Do I try again? Yes. Do I try again? Is that even a question? My man, of course we try again. Success is bred from failure. Oh, he's gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. I did the thing. I know what he was doing and I caught him in the loop. Smart play though. Like, he's clearly a competent commander, so why the docking appear? Doesn't make sense. Like, he should... Like, I know he knows better. Unless he... Yeah, he didn't... Just getting no distance. Should I have missed the first one to kind of give him a scare? Nah. I'm happy with what I did. We're not going to catch him, but that's okay. Familiar with it. That one. Good try, though. Oh no. Please don't make the pass. Let's go for that one. Is he gonna try? Oh, he is. What a Chad. Yeah. Yep. So you throw it down to minimum. Grab them on your sensors. Because I think you don't know what you're doing, but you do. Boop. Yeah, I would have had him last time. Let's see if I can trick him again. With the old... Oh, I'm so slow. How will you ever catch up? Yeah, no, he's on me now. Alright. You're clearly not dumb, so why? I'll never understand. Fair enough. I'll never understand it. Ooh, shiny. EDF. Well done. Nice. Okay. Shame about this guy, though. Hey, this is an EDF guy. Oh no. Oh no. Hi, buddy. Boop. Mmm. Delicious combat log. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And I'm only gonna wait because I know EDF. And they're dumb. They're not smart players. I've fought them before, and I think I fought them like 3v1, 4v1? Regardless. Not good play. Not the... I mean, I'm sure not all of them are bad, but most of them aren't what I consider skilled. It's always nice to get someone on combat logging, though, as an end. I'll let Elkman know. Oh, no, there's an on. I'm gonna have to ping him on the server. Bum, 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 ba-da. I'm just trying to get one last kill for the day. Oh. Well, can't blame a guy for trying. Where'd he go, though? That's what I want to know. Lion's Chieftain. Is that another guy who's going to combat log on me? Probably. Oh no. No, he's not, because he doesn't have anything bad. Good guy. Smart. Diamondback. Diamondback might be something worthwhile. We'll see. Monterey Jack. Is Monterey Jack gonna have a bad day? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Fair enough. Whee. Need to grab them before I get copped, because I think they're pulling for me. There we go. So was it? That's my second combat log of the night. It always happens in bigger ships, too. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. It's not a way you can get away from this. Oop. I don't know why I FSD'd early there. That's just poor. Should not do that. Boop. Bye, Jack. I was gonna end the stream, but keep running into people. I'll keep going. Not gonna say no to a few more kills on the belt. Jonathan Nystrom. Who be you? Grade 2, competent. Nah, he's fine. Yeah. Where is the nav beacon? Guy in a Cobra who knows exactly what he's doing. Played very well. Had a guy who combat logged, and a guy who had no idea what he was doing and exploded. Really is the summary of most elite interactions. But yeah, I mean, it's very hard to die in this game intentionally. Like, there's no... Like, even in a Cobra, you can get away from people if you're just faster. Just, you know what you're doing. Like, that guy just wasn't prepared for someone to expect him to turn on him and not straight line away. That just comes with experience. Same with the interdiction thing, where he was going to do is like, oh, I'm going to always point towards you so you can't interdict me from behind. And I just entered the loop that he was in and wait for him to kind of shoot across. And it catches far too many people off guard. It's one of those things that generally only works once on a person. But it works well. I don't know where this guy is. This Lekin. I think he just jumped in? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe he's in a shuttle. No. Don't see him on contacts. The other thing, I completely forgot about this, is the sensor bug. Or quote-unquote feature these days. So, there's someone in the instance with us right now in Super Cruise. We should be able to see them. But if they're close enough to the star, or not that it's related to the star, but it's related to movement, I can't see them until they are moving at a relatively the same speed. So, yeah, this guy's in a frontline solution ship, so nothing I can do about it. Can't pull him, can't really kill him. Johan Nystrom. Did I kill that guy? Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh, that's the crate. Yeah, that's the crate. I gotta remember this stuff. I just don't think about it. Nav beacon. I wonder what that is. Commander Errorhound. In a crate Phantom. He should be faster than me. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say he isn't. I'm gonna say he's not faster than me at all. And for very good reason. Just gonna take a wild guess and say he's not engineered and he's not A-rated, because that looks like an Explorer fit. And he's about to learn the downsides to running D-rated thrusters. Will he submit or will he fight? kinda hope he fights, just because I need to practice. There you go, buddy. You can win. Don't ignore the blue bar. Well, red bar for you. Come on. You got this. You're winning. See, that means you're winning. There you go. Let's go. Oh, buddy. There he goes. We good? Yeah, we're good. And a Phantom, you always want to be boost. Well, maybe not always boosting, but you definitely don't want to be that slow. Like, your ship is very fast naturally, and you should take advantage of your ship's strengths. Like, even if you're an exploration foot, like, A-rated thrusters is not going to hurt your light year range that much. But it might hurt your range if you explode. So, you know, maybe be more careful with that. So Johnny's the crate. Johan, excuse me. He's not doing anything wrong. So I'm not going to bother with him. Yeah. I'll give it like 5 minutes. If it dies down, I won't keep playing. But I'm happy ending on an exploding ship. Mostly. Wish it was that Conda. That would have been a great end. But combat logger's gonna combat log. I wonder. Close that. Look at that. 1 second. Okay. Ba, 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 da. Guess that's kind of it, isn't it? I don't regret it. I had fun. Like, overall, I mean, I like shooting people, I like educating people, I like talking to people like this. Like, the Cobra guy was Excellent pilot. Knew what he was doing, knew how to handle himself. I kind of hope he shows up in like 3 minutes. Because I'll fight him. I'll give him a fight. I don't care. Guy's a competent pilot. Which is more than I can say for a lot of players. Like, it's not hard to be almost impossible to gank in this game. The problem is people don't want to compromise for it. They don't want to. They need that extra 8 tons of cargo. They need that extra 2 light-year jump range. And they think, oh yeah, I can get away with it. I don't, but I still want to be an open and take the risk. And then they die and they get upset. And they say, well, this game is unfair. Why? How? People shot my exploration ship. And I'm like, your exploration ship shouldn't be made out of paper. Oh, I guess I can probably talk about this now. I am in several exploration-only Elite Dangerous Discords, essentially helping people build their ships. And I help them build them wrong. I have had every time you hear about some explorer crashing their ship because it hit like a planet slightly hard because they have like 100 hull, that's me. They got that build from me. And you know, exploration is a competition-based game, Loop, or if you want to get those exploration discoveries first, you gotta make sure you're the only one getting them. Just saying. So, enjoy that little fact of knowledge. But with that being said, I think I'm done. I'm probably just gonna head over to my carrier off stream, decommission it, and call it. And hey, that will be that. That's the end of the channel. So, in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. It's been a pleasure. Tianfang out.